Firing chain is armed. Sound suppression water system activated. T-minus 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Go for main engine start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 0 and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis, reaching the crest of its historic achievements in space.
Space Shuttle Atlantis lifted off on its maiden voyage on October 3, 1985, on mission STS-51J, the second dedicated Department of Defense flight. It flew one other mission, STS-61B, the second night launch in the shuttle program, before the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster temporarily grounded the shuttle fleet in 1986. Among the 5 space shuttles flown into space, Atlantis conducted a subsequent mission in the shortest time after the previous mission, turnaround time, when it launched in November 1985 on STS-61B, only 50 days after its previous mission, STS-51J in October 1985. Atlantis was then used for 10 flights between 1988 and 1992. 2 of these, both flown in 1989, deployed the planetary probes Magellan to Venus, on STS-30, and Galileo to Jupiter, on STS-34. With STS-30, Atlantis became the first space shuttle to launch an interplanetary probe. During NASA's 27th shuttle launch of STS-27 during an operation to release the payload, which was eventually determined to be a LaCrosse surveillance satellite, Atlantis lost part of its protective heat shield during liftoff, which substantially damaged the underside of the right wing, damaging more than 700 tiles, which caused the melting of aluminum plating during re-entry. Before return to Earth, the commander Robert L. Gibson thought to himself, "We are going to die." Due to the extensive damage to the wing. Due to the secretive nature of the Atlantis's payload, the crew was forced to use a more secure encrypted transmission, which had more than likely been received at a low quality. NASA engineers thought the damage was just an optical illusion of light and shadows, and as a result the crew was infuriated. During re-entry, Robert L. Gibson, the commander for the mission, returned the shuttle safely. Upon inspection, the shuttle's bottom right wing was seen to be severely damaged in critical areas. Ultimately, the same fate would eventually be the result that destroyed the Space Shuttle Columbia in 2003, due to tile failures, which resulted in the Columbia being ripped apart on re-entry. Had Atlantis been destroyed during the mission in 1988, more than likely the second destruction of an orbiter would have set NASA back at least 2 years, forced a redesign of the fuel tank's foam coverings and the fragile heat shield plating, or it would have forced NASA to close down the shuttle program 22 years before it actually ended. On This Day event is an educational project. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel.